Our intention, we pray before each session and we ask God to be his instruments. And then at the end of the session, we say, and Debra says, I will no longer hold this. Once we are done at the session, this will leave.
But the important thing to know is also that you get out of the way. Your personality,
Absolutely.
your problems, your whatever is going on in your life, you put that aside.
Yep.
Well, what we do is when we step into that room, we say, I step into this room. I, Debra Martin, step into this room. I remove my humanness aside. So everything has to step aside.
And you say that out loud. I
Yes.
remove my humanness
aside.
Yep.
So that I can now be God's instrument to heal.
And you say that too.
Yeah. I, Sheri Getten, remove my humanness aside and we allow God to work through us as his instrument.
Why can't you walk around with your humanness removed? I'm just curious. I know that's
It's kind of
show.
like it's kind of like removing your ego, because we know that we're not the ones doing it. That.
But can't we live that way? I mean, I know that's a separate show.
Well,
but
we can live that way, but what happens during a healing session is we have a lot going on in our lives.
Right.
Yes.
Your
And
mother.
so you're saying everybody does.
Yep.
And so
Yes.
it's saying turn it off.
Yep.
Okay.
Be 100% present here and now.
Okay.
Remove the humanness,
Yep.
get focused, and be one with the person that's here for what they
But
need.
could you live that way is my question.
I would love to live 100% that way.
Because
but
it's
there's
very
that humanness
joyful.
part.
Yeah.
But
You have what? But
the mind just
Okay.
creates
so
matter.
everyone has their own
Yeah.
stuff to deal with. You still have your own whatever
Life.
karmic life
Yeah.
situations.
It's just life.
But we could choose possibly to live that way if we.
Well, what we choose to do, Sheri and I have learned
Yes.
in a very hard way, is to not be in control. And when you lose the control and you just trust that everything's going to be okay through your guidance, through your God that you pray for or to, then it's freeing. You know that either way it's going to turn out fine.
Yes.
But it is hard to do it in the life outside the. I know it's hard.
And we do it every day.
We do it every day.
You do?
Yeah, we
Yes,
do.
We've had to because that's
why?
Well, because
Had to trust.
You had to trust.
Yeah.
Part of your work is about trust.
100%.
It's all about trust. It's 100% trusting and surrendering, because we know ultimately every healing's not up to us. It's between the person receiving the healing and God, and it's up to them whether they want to step into the healing, whether they want to own it. Some people will come into a healing and they'll say, you know what, I don't even know if I deserve this. So we step in and do our part. Everybody plays their roles. They have to then do their part. And, some people step into it and some people
Well,
don't.
what do you say to someone who doesn't feel they deserve it?
Well, we hear that about the deserving, and then we say, you deserve this. You are loved.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden they're like, wow, I do.
Yeah.
And then they'll receive it. But there's other people that will come to a session and they'll be told, okay, now go home and honor your healing. Allow it to set place. Go and just relax and receive, and maybe journal, whatever it is you need to do. And some people will leave and they'll be like, woohoo, done with the session, on with the happy hour. Well, we can't control what people do when they leave here, so we can give you what you receive, but it's up to you to access it and own it and step into it.
Yeah.
We can't hold everybody
So
else's
what should
hands.
people do? Okay, you give them a really deep healing. Then what do they need to do when they leave here?
They need to then go within, because I think that all your answers are within you. And so we give them the tools, we give them the balancing and the energy needed. Then everybody's got their soul journey, everybody's got their soul purpose. So then it's their journey. Once they leave here, their path, it's up to them to, we always say, light your candle within. Sit and have that connection with your source, and you will all the answers are within.
So after the session, sit, be with the energy, the new energy, and then maybe recalibrate your life in a different way.
Absolutely. Listen to what comes to you. Listen to what's working, what's not working in your life. There might be work. Maybe there's things that you need to release in your life that people are afraid to walk forward. So listen then, because you've got everything that you needed was given to you during the session.